We humans have always been drawn to the unknown, the vastness of space, the depths of the oceans. Yet, perhaps the most compelling mystery lies not out there but within. It's the question of what happens after we die. Many cultures and religions throughout history have pondered this very question. Often their answers involve a realm of eternal suffering, hell. The very word evokes a sense of dread, of unimaginable torment. But what truly awaits in this fiery abyss? Is it a literal lake of fire or something far more terrifying? Join me now as we embark on a journey into the depths of human belief. We'll explore the various interpretations of hell. Our exploration of hell is about to begin. When we think of hell, a vivid image often springs to mind. Flames lick at tormented souls. The air is thick with smoke and the stench of sulfur. The Bible, for instance, describes hell as a lake of fire and brimstone. It's a place where the fire is never quenched. But why fire? Perhaps it's the primal fear of being consumed, of utter annihilation. Whatever the reason, the image of a fiery hell has endured for centuries, shaping our understanding of divine retribution. But hell isn't always depicted as a literal fire. Imagine a thirst so profound, so all-consuming, that it dwarfs any earthly desire. In some depictions of hell, this agonizing thirst becomes a central element of suffering. It's a thirst that can never be quenched, a constant reminder of the soul's separation from the divine. In some interpretations of Islam, for instance, the inhabitants of hell are said to be tormented by an unquenchable thirst. They're offered boiling water, but upon trying to drink, their insides are scorched. This imagery speaks to a deeper level of suffering, one that transcends physical pain. The torment isn't just physical, it's a relentless assault on the soul itself. But how do different religions around the world envision this realm of suffering? What if the most terrifying aspect of hell isn't the physical torment, but the psychological and emotional anguish? Imagine being trapped in a loop of your worst memories, replaying your greatest regrets over and over. Or picture being surrounded by the souls you've wronged, their accusing eyes reflecting your every sin. This psychological torture, this unending self-recrimination, could arguably be far more agonizing than any physical pain. This interpretation of hell resonates deeply with the human psyche. We all carry regrets, mistakes we wish we could undo. But hell's landscape is as varied as the cultures that imagine it. Section 5. The Islamic Inferno, Jahannam and its fiery depths. In Islam, hell is known as Jahannam. Like its counterparts in other religions, it's described as a place of intense heat and suffering, reserved for those who reject Allah's guidance and live a life of sin. The Quran, Islam's holy book, describes Jahannam as having 7 gates, each reserved for a different category of sinner. The deeper one descends into Jahannam, the more severe the punishment becomes. The fire is said to be fueled by stones and the bodies of unbelievers, painting a grim picture of eternal suffering. One particularly harrowing detail is the zakum, a tree that grows at the bottom of Jahannam. Its fruit is described as being like the heads of devils, and those who eat it will have their insides ripped apart. This vivid imagery serves as a stark warning against straying from the path of righteousness. But Jahannam, like other interpretations of hell, isn't solely focused on physical pain. It also emphasizes the psychological and emotional torment of being eternally separated from Allah's mercy and love. Section 6. Beyond Fire and Ice, exploring diverse cultural beliefs about hell. While fire and brimstone may dominate Western depictions of hell, other cultures offer diverse and equally compelling interpretations of the underworld. In Norse mythology, for example, the underworld is ruled by the goddess Hel. This realm, known as Helheim, isn't necessarily a place of fiery torment. Instead, it's depicted as a cold, dark, and mist-shrouded realm where the dead reside in a state of inactivity. Similarly, in ancient Greek mythology, the underworld, ruled by Hades, is a shadowy realm where the dead continue a muted existence. These examples demonstrate that the concept of hell isn't always about agonizing pain. It can also represent a state of separation, a loss of vitality and purpose. But is this eternal damnation truly final? Could there be a glimmer of hope, a chance for redemption even in the depths of hell? Section 7. A chance for redemption? The possibility of escape from hell. The question of whether escape from hell is possible has sparked debate and contemplation for centuries. While some doctrines preach the finality of damnation, others offer a glimmer of hope. suggesting that redemption might be attainable even in the afterlife. In some interpretations of Christianity, for instance, hell is seen as a state of separation from God, rather than a literal place. This separation, while intensely painful, isn't necessarily considered eternal. Some believe that through repentance and acceptance of God's grace, even those condemned to hell can find redemption and ascend to a higher plane of existence. However, not all beliefs share this optimistic outlook. Many doctrines maintain the traditional view of hell as a place of eternal and inescapable punishment. Section 8. Hope or hopelessness. Contrasting views on the finality of damnation. The question of whether damnation is truly final has plagued theologians and philosophers for ages. Some doctrines, emphasizing the severity of sin and the importance of righteous living, maintain that hell is indeed a state of eternal punishment. This belief, often rooted in a literal interpretation of religious texts, reinforces the idea that our choices in life have lasting consequences. On the other hand, some interpretations, emphasizing the boundless nature of divine love and compassion, propose that even the most hardened sinner can find redemption, even if it's in the afterlife. This belief offers a glimmer of hope, suggesting that no soul is truly beyond saving. This ongoing debate reflects the complexity of human understanding when it comes to matters of the afterlife. Ultimately, the question of whether damnation is truly final remains a matter of faith and personal interpretation. But what purpose does the concept of hell serve, beyond instilling fear and encouraging righteous behavior? Section 9. The Moral Compass. Examining the purpose and implications of hell. The concept of hell, regardless of its specific depiction, has played a significant role in shaping human morality and behavior throughout history. It serves as a powerful deterrent against wrongdoing, a reminder that our actions have consequences that extend beyond our earthly existence. For many, the fear of eternal punishment serves as a powerful motivator to live a virtuous life, to adhere to religious doctrines, and to seek forgiveness for their transgressions. However, the concept of hell also raises complex ethical questions. Is the threat of eternal punishment a just and proportionate response to finite human failings? Does it promote genuine moral growth or merely instill fear and obedience? Regardless of one's personal stance on the existence or nature of hell, its impact on human thought, morality, and behavior is undeniable. But how can we apply the lessons of hell, even if we don't subscribe to its literal existence, to our lives in the here and now? Section 10. Living with the awareness of eternity. Applying hell's lessons to our lives. Whether we view hell as a literal place or a metaphorical representation of spiritual suffering, its lessons can offer valuable insights into how we live our lives in the present moment. The idea of eternal consequences can encourage us to be more mindful of our actions and their impact on ourselves and others. It can inspire us to live with greater compassion, empathy, and integrity, striving to create a positive ripple effect in the world. Moreover, the concept of hell reminds us of the preciousness of time and the importance of living authentically. If our time on earth is finite, then we have a responsibility to make the most of it, to pursue our passions, nurture our relationships, and leave a positive legacy behind. Ultimately, the lessons of hell can serve as a powerful call to live with greater purpose, intention, and kindness. But as we conclude our exploration of hell, it's essential to acknowledge the vast unknown that lies beyond the realm of human comprehension. Section 11. Conclusion. A realm beyond our understanding. We've journeyed through the fiery depths of hell, exploring its various interpretations, the agonizing punishments it holds, and the possibility of escape. We've delved into the hearts of different cultures and religions, uncovering their unique perspectives on this enigmatic realm. Yet, despite our best efforts to comprehend the afterlife, the truth remains shrouded in mystery. Hell, whether a literal place or a metaphorical concept, ultimately resides in a realm beyond our full understanding. Perhaps the true value in contemplating hell lies not in finding definitive answers, but in asking ourselves the tough questions it raises. How do we want to live our lives? What legacy do we want to leave behind? And what truly awaits us beyond the veil of death? As we navigate the complexities of life, may we do so with compassion, courage, and an unwavering commitment to living in accordance with our highest aspirations.